Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back to your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of finance, crypto, and so much more. So let's just dive into this tweet here that I made earlier yesterday. And I did say, I really do hope that the crypto projects helping CBDCs become a reality can also protect the general public from the vast overreach they will have on everyday life. And yeah, I do think that we have a very large concern around CBDCs. I think everyone out there that is in crypto knows by now that CBDCs definitely come with major warning signs and red flags. But I do hope that the technologies specifically behind CBDCs could possibly help us retain our control over our money and our life, but also retain our privacy. One of the biggest companies out there, obviously, is Ripple, that is focused on CBDCs. If you go to their website and go to central bank digital currency, you can see secure blockchain and innovation for a sustainable economy, manage a full CBDC lifecycle. You do see even how this is built on the private ledger technology that's based on XRP ledger technology. And they even do want to position XRP between all central bank digital currencies, as you guys do see in this video here, talking about this initiative. Now, with this, is this bullish for XRP? Sure. XRP, another great use case for it, aka the original use case for it, the bridge currency aspect, the massive use case. And we do see, why choose Ripple's CBDC platform. Again, the biggest problems that I do see with this is that we're kind of seeing the same exact marketing terms that government entities are pushing for us as well, which is stability, security, resilience, access and inclusion, sustainability, interoperability, all this kind of stuff. Like, it sounds great. But what I'm concerned about is the privacy behind it, the control aspects, and things like that. I would personally love to know how we are going to protect the integrity of individuals' privacy as well as their control over their finances with this innovation. I do believe that XRP could possibly be the thing that allows for privacy as well as control to be maintained, because obviously, yes, it is decentralized by nature. Same with even like the XRP ledger, right? If these CBDCs are built out on private ledger technology, yeah, you still have that. You have the original technology aspects, but when it's a private ledger, you basically lose decentralization. It becomes a controlled ledger that could easily be controlled by these central banks. So I'm still concerned about this. I hope that, again, these crypto projects that are helping CBDCs become that reality are going to protect us. And we even do see down here from Brendan saying that's the hedge plan. And it really is. We are hedging on the fact that these companies are going to protect us and basically fight for us. And so far, we've seen Ripple fight back against the SEC, but is this case really a reality? Is this case not just a big pre-planned show? It's questionable, right? You don't know what you can trust. You don't know what you can believe. But the reason why I bring this up is because CBDCs are getting a lot of heat right now. DeSantis, which you guys probably know who DeSantis is, recently talked about CBDCs. Again, we do see opinion. CBDCs give governments an open invitation to abuse their citizens by manipulating monetary supplies. And again, will CBDCs lead to a world where government entities are controlling your everyday movements, your everyday purchases? I mean, this could be that scenario. And it's concerning. That's why we need to fight back against these CBDCs, because although we don't know if they are going to lead towards this sinister lifestyle or not, which, again, for the most part, the red flags are there. We already know the warning signs are there as well. And with how much government entities are fighting back against crypto right now in DeFi and trying to control the system, I would say that these CBDCs are not going to be pretty. So we need to fight back. We need to utilize our voice. We need to come together. I think one of the biggest problems, especially around the US, is we're so divided on so many things. I mean, on all fronts, politics, for an example, left, right, everyone is so divided. But when we come together and we fight back against something that clearly looks, sounds like, and so far, from what we know information-wise, is basically full control of our everyday purchases, our money. I mean, we basically are handing the government all control. So we need to come together and we need to rise up against things like this, because this could possibly be the thing that puts our money in shackles, essentially. Now, I also want to play this quick little video. It's about a minute long. It's sped up, so it's not too long. This is from Utility for the Win, but this is also with Lynette Zhang. By the way, incredible individual. We had her on the show. We had videos of her on the show many times, but we do see very interesting theory. You say you don't have a name for a tech company working on CBDCs that banked with Silicon Valley Bank, who may have benefited from the bailout. I know one, and we do see down here, Ripple had some exposure to Silicon Valley Bank's as CEO. But listen closely to this.
So Lynette, I want to circle back because I'm watching the CBDC angle very carefully. So you're saying that you think that there was an incentive to bail out Silicon Valley Bank intentionally because you believe that some of the players there may be important to the technological rollout of a potential central bank digital currency?
Yes, I do.
But this is speculation. Or is there any link of particular companies or people that were bailed out that you know are actively helping with some of the technological processes that perhaps are being looked at or laid down?
Well, considering that it's the technology companies in Silicon Valley that got bailed out, I don't have necessarily a specific name. However, yes, I mean, it makes sense. It's logical. They're systemic, and they had a lot of, 97% of their deposits were uninsured deposits.
Yeah.
They got bailed out at 100%. Kind of reminds me of when we bailed out AIG 100%, and their counterparties on those derivatives were Goldman Sachs, all the usual players. So, right. No, I don't have a specific name, and it is my opinion. I cannot prove that, but logic kind of is there.
And yeah, I do think that a lot of what we are seeing around the banking sector, I just said it in an earlier video actually today. I mentioned the idea that, we're basically seeing this sort of major pushback. It's not so far a recession or a depression, and I even said this, I quoted it. It's a transition away from traditional finance into this new world of digital currency, CBDCs, and it's gonna change everything. They're going to utilize these banking crises. They're going to utilize the crises in the past. They're going to use, the pandemic and all that kind of stuff. They're going to say, well, with digital currencies, you don't have germ-infested paper cash, going from hand to hand. And, it's going to secure the system. It's going to make everything efficient. Everything's going to be transparent. All this. They're going to push it so much. They're going to market it. They're going to make it sound like the best thing since sliced bread. But I want you all to understand that we can't fall for it. We can't fall for it. Listen, we already have incredible technology here. We don't need CBDCs. We absolutely don't need CBDCs. What do you see over here? We think CBDCs will be a Trojan horse. That's literally what Citi is saying here. Future of Finance Global Head saying this. It will be coming from the side or back door. Listen closely to this video.
Well, my friends who are much more in the public cryptocurrency space and usually hate the idea of CBDCs or centralized tokens, they'll be shocked when I say like CBDCs are going to be a reason to grow blockchain adoption. We think CBDCs will be a Trojan horse. It'll be like almost coming in from the side, the back door, and that's what's going to push the adoption in financial services of tokenized assets, tokenized money. And then we're going to be talking about TAMs, market sizes of trillions, not billions. Well, my friends who are...
So yeah, again, like we are seeing a big push, especially from some of these larger names like Citi, on CBDCs saying that this is the Trojan horse. This is like the best thing. What do you see down here? Horrible use of the term Trojan horse as he goes on to point out benefits, in quotation marks, benefits, of CBDCs. The real Trojan horse here is for control. Mass adoption, question mark? Sure, the government needs that for control. Yeah, that's all they want. What are we witnessing right now around this SEC case? What are we witnessing around the war on crypto from the US? They don't want to give up control. That's all it is. I've said it in many videos in the past. I sound like a broken record when I talk about this because, you know, it's such a big topic. It's such a big deal now. And a lot of people don't, like ordinary people, not in crypto, they don't really know what CBDCs are. CBDC, what is that? What does that even mean? That's what you get. And again, this is why we need to educate individuals on what's actually happening behind the scenes, because as we look at a few things from the names behind a lot of this push, the World Economic Forum, the Great Reset, right? The New World Order, if you will, totalitarian control. Western countries continue to develop their digital ID and CBDC. It's coming. Make no mistake. The only way to stop it is if enough of us say no. Let's all learn from the lessons from C19 and resist together. They think we're slaves and want to own us. Listen closely.
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
Something that we're working on. This is real life. This isn't some joke. This isn't a prank video. No, this is real life. A physical carbon footprint tracker. How they got there, what they ate. I mean, think about how insane this is. This is terrifying. It truly is terrifying. And we even do see over here, they just exposed a plan. The boss at JP Morgan Bank now says that the government should seize private property in order to build useless wind and solar farms. Same thing is happening in Netherlands, where they will seize farms. It's climate communism. Resist. And yeah, like they want to take everything. They want to take all of it. They will literally come and take your property. How, like, what world do we live in right now? Because this is pure insanity to me. Private property seized from you. Well, I have news for you, Jamie Dimon. How about they seize your property? How about they seize the amount in your bank accounts too? Like, this is what's wrong with the world. We see the rich continue to tout their nonsense, use their power, and get what they want. That's it. The poor get, poorer. They get screwed. But the rich, they're at the top of the food chain. The rich eat us alive. This is a problem. Now, you probably already heard about the Restrict Act. This has been a big deal. In fact, I'm pretty sure I included this video in a recent one. To give you guys a little bit of an insight, 20 years in prison, $250,000 fine for using a VPN. Only 7 voted no, one of them being AOC. Now, we have a little bit of an update. It's funny because one of the individuals that was a supporter of this, his response is, I don't think I support the Restrict Act. Well, guess what? You signed it. Listen closely to this video real quick.
We don't like TikTok. We don't want TikTok because the Chinese use it to spy on us and rewire our brains. But we don't want the government spying on us either. Did the United States Senate just say we're going to protect you from China by spying on you? Let's try to get some answers out of the Senator Lindsey Graham, who supports this and is here now. You got to be kidding me, Senator. Did you read this?
Yeah, I don't think I support the Restrict Act.
You don't support this because you were named as one of the supporters, because this is garbage.
Is this the one with John? There's 2 bills out there. One allows a review of businesses that are connected to China, give the secretary the ability to protect our data. Is that the Restrict Act?
We got S686 right here, yeah. March 7th. Mm-hmm. And we got a bunch of Republicans supporting it. because this thing is crazy town. You don't want the government looking into your private phone.
No, I don't.
If they have a hunch you're colluding with the Russians, we remember how that turned out.
That's right. Yeah, no, well, the Constitution trumps a statute. So let me come back and, give you a better explanation. Here's the problem as I see it. China is the parent company of TikTok, and my nieces like TikTok. I don't mind them using TikTok. I just don't want the Chinese government to seize all their data and manipulate the information America sees for political purposes. China is helping drug cartels in Mexico. China is not a friend. Chinese espionage is an all-time high against American business interests. So I want to push back against China, but within a constitutional framework. You're right about that. So you made these allegations, and I'll come answer better next time.
All right, well, I mean, because on Congress.gov, you're listed as one of the co-sponsors of this thing. Maybe it's like Fetterman when your chief of staff does all your work for you. But, Senator, you got to go back and talk to these other senators about this. This thing is nuts, and it's going to get abused like it always does. So we got to clean this up. Can we clean this up?
Well, yeah. I mean, number one, I owe you a better explanation I'm giving you. John Thune's got a bill to make sure the Secretary of Commerce can deal with this, not just TikTok, but the general idea that China, we're under attack by China.
So, this Restrict Act, it's not just about TikTok. There's so much more within this. And somebody posted this video over here, and we do see, be careful. If the Restrict Act bill passes, this could be your future. Mandatory stop and search citizen smartphones in China's total surveillance state. Police are looking for VPN and other banned foreign apps. If you get caught, you go to prison. Literally, look at what is happening in these videos.
We came to see what life looks like in a place where your every move can be monitored. To be in Xinjiang means being checked every day, multiple times a day. When you go to a market, when you drive a car, when you take a train, even your smartphone is checked. As reporters, we were stopped dozens of times by police in just a few days. Our interviews were interrupted. We were detained and chased out of town. Daily life can be exhausting even for people who approve of this.
So this is something that is happening, and this could very well be coming to the US if this Restrict Act continues to be a real thing. This is an attack on our not only digital privacy, but our privacy in general. They want to ban apps using a VPN. They want to ban VPNs themselves. And again, a lot of people continue to say like, oh, well, if they ban exchanges in the US, I'll just go and use a VPN. Well, guess what? No, you won't. Not if this Restrict Act continues to be a thing and if it fully passes. This is going to change everything. And this is the terrifying future that could very well be a thing around our money too. If we don't have projects, companies, supporting us, but also we need to come together and we need to rise up against these CBDCs, because I don't believe that this is going to be a good thing at all. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.